Welcome to And Then There Were Three. I'm Anna.
I'm Kaley.
And I'm Katie.
Guys, Katie actually missed her husband today, so I've always told her that she's going to meet her husband on a rainy day in a coffee shop because she always goes to coffee shops to edit and work. And today there was a really cute man who was also a photographer sitting in front of her, and she wouldn't say anything to him.
I don't know. I don't know if I would like to date a photographer. I think that would be kind of weird, honestly. I think I would get
But what are the odds?
I know. Very high to be at a coffee shop with another photographer.
On a rainy day. On a rainy day.
He was honestly the cutest guy that I've ever seen at a coffee shop, like editing or whatever. But
You should have sent him over a shot of espresso.
Yeah, like how do you flirt not at a bar?
That's actually really funny because that totally happened to us this last weekend with our friend Sid.
Oh my gosh.
We were sitting, I don't think we told you this yet, Kaley. We were sitting at Hero for Sydney's birthday dinner. And at the
Sydney loves Hero.
She does love Hero. She loves her sticky rice. That's all she eats. And this waitress comes up to us who's not our server, but we were she just stood in front of our table and was staring at us for a second.
It was also a rainy day.
It was also a rainy day. And she was like, hi. And we're like, hey.
We're like, are you going to tell us you're going to be our new waitress?
We thought she was our new server or something.
We sat there for 30 seconds and everyone's just like, hi. I'm Katie.
She didn't get to the point right away. I don't know if she was nervous or what, but she goes to Sydney and is like, hey, this guy at the table across on the end wants to buy you a drink. Is that okay?
Okay, but at Hero, we were at the part where there's weird walls, but they're kind of see-through. And so there's a table right here. We're sitting at this table. There's a wall that's kind of see-through, but you can't
on
really
our
see.
side, it's a mirror.
Yeah, but on our side, it's a mirror, but you can kind of see through. And then there's a table right here. And Anna can see across the guy, all that's in between me and this guy is a mirror type glass area, and she goes, it's that guy right there.
I thought it was the guy right next to us.
No, it's not. He's literally on a date with a girl. He's not over here sending Sydney a drink right now.
That'd be so baller. You're on a date and you send a girl next to you a drink.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
But he was actually in clear view of Anna and Sydney, and Anna was offended.
So yeah, it actually was the guy straight across a few tables away, and I was sitting right next to Sydney on her left. She was on the right. So he had to bypass looking at me to make sure that it was Sydney.
Anna was blocking Sydney.
I was blocking Sydney, and I'm like, damn, my side profile must suck. This guy did not want me or think I was cute. So yeah, Sydney gets the drink, and then
I'm gonna look at the text.
The guy comes around the table at the end of the night when his party's about to leave, and is like, hey, nice to see you. Here's my number. I don't know what his name was, and then Sydney texts him, thank you. And then this is what happens.
Okay. So Sydney texts him and says, hello, it's Sydney from Hero. Thank you so much for the drink. That was so nice of you. He says, no problem. I hope I can buy you more sometime. Your eyes are really precious. Glad I got to see you there. Okay. And then later in the night, he texts her, what's your plans for the night? And then texts her again at 2 a.m. and says, fake, never hit me back up. And then text her 3 days later at 3 p.m. just saying, hey.
What? I didn't know he sent a follow-up after that.
Yes, all you did was buy me an $8 drink at Hero that I didn't even ask for. I don't really owe you anything.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Why is he so offended that she didn't reply?
Fake, never hit me up.
Ew.
And then Sydney goes, bro, it's 3 p.m. Why are you thinking about me? It's 3 p.m. on a Wednesday.
And he just goes, hey, shooting a shot. Pat, I want your take on that, Pat. Would you do that? Have you ever bought a drink for a girl at a restaurant?
Probably. I'm assuming at some point, a bar maybe.
Sent a drink over?
No, I've never done that.
Pointed at a girl and been like, can you send this drink over to her?
No, I think that seems kind of weird and cheesy, but maybe I'm wrong.
Do you would you like that?
Yeah, I think it'd be
if a girl sent a drink over to you, Pat?
Yeah, I would. First of all, I think it was.
I would like that.
Yeah, Katie, Kaley, would you like that? If someone
sent me a drink?
Yeah. Or you're just okay, man up and just come up to me.
No, I think that's kind of cute and a mystery because we also had to be okay, who was it? You know?
And then it was just a short guy.
Hey, easy. Yeah, it'd be a huge compliment. But what if you didn't it was somebody you would never go for. Like, just
I think
thanks,
that
yeah.
was this case.
Then that
Yeah.
was this case. But
Yeah.
that's okay because you didn't have to spend any time or energy with them.
True. Also, it's nice because you wouldn't want to, like, imagine if you just came up to the table completely unannounced and was like,
Yeah.
hi, I think you're precious.
Yeah, I think your eyes are precious. I would be more weirded out if he came over to a table of girls and was like, can I buy you a drink?
Because it's like interrupting at that point.
Yeah.
You just want to be subtle and stuff. But if you're at a bar and you point down at the end of the bar and you're like, can you send this girl a drink? I think you should just go up to her if you're at a bar.
For sure.
Yeah.
If she's with a group, that is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
At a restaurant,
Yeah,
yeah.
at a
Group of
restaurant.
girls are very
I don't know.
intimidating
I
too,
think
probably.
it's great regardless because it's a free drink.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. We're not
true.
complaining
True.
about the free drinks whatsoever. Yeah.
People would do that all the time at the rail. Or like
The
as
rail?
a joke. As a joke.
Oh, it's a
sometimes.
joke. Yeah. I
Like
don't
if one
know.
of our buddies was like trying to flirt with a girl,
Yeah.
like one of his guy friends would go up to me and be like, send him a drink and tell him that it's like from this girl or whatever. Be
Oh,
like,
that's so mean.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
That's actually messed
but
up.
honestly, it was so entertaining. Or he would be like just sitting there and they would pick a random girl and be like, I'd be like, hey, this girl sent you a drink, but like she didn't.
If I was
at
a
all.
bartender, I would so do that to people.
like create drama. Like, how do I make my night more interesting? But
That's
she like
hilarious.
she didn't send the drink, so then they would go up to
Katie.
each other and be like, "Hey, thanks for the drink." She'd be like, "I don't know who you are." So one of our friends just got engaged, and Kaley said that if she gets engaged, she wants it to be at a club, bottle service, have Anna be the bottle girl in a jean thong, and the sign be "Will you marry me?"
That would honestly be so iconic.
That would be iconic. Like, that needs to happen whenever I'm engaged.
I would like, I don't want that to be your like engagement to whoever, but I would want that as like
I
a
would
wedding
want that.
gift of some sort. Like, I don't want to get my friends gifts. I want to get them experiences of
Dude,
me.
I love that.
I wanna,
so
like,
much.
entertain them rather. Like, I'm not
I've
going to get
never-
you anything.
No one's ever surprised me in my life, but I want Anna at some point to pretend to be a bottle girl and do that to me.
Dude,
I will. Yeah. I don't know how I'd want to get engaged to, but when I was a kid, my dream scenarios for some reason was that we'd be fishing and then on the end of the fishing rod would be the ring.
what?
Or
Ooh.
or you would
So
be
you'd want the ring to go through like a nasty ass lake?
yes. Or that we'd be eating Chinese takeout and the ring would be in a fortune cookie.
Oh,
That is so on brand for me though. I think I would love that. So future ideas.
I have a crazy engagement story that recently happened. A friend of mine, her and her boyfriend, whatever, been talking about getting married for a long time. So they were looking at rings, and they found a ring that they at a yard sale or an estate sale that they liked. It was this big blue whatever. It's like she's kind of funky, so she likes weird jewelry. And it's like a blue stone, and she bought it for $15. And she's like, oh, whatever, this is great, and took it someplace to get it cleaned, and like, you know what this is, right? And they're like, no, it's a blue whatever, and it ended up being some sort of blue diamond, and it was worth $225,000.
Stop.
Yep. And it was an auction, an estate auction, and they called her back and said, we made a huge mistake. They bought it for like literally $15. And she's like, well, I'm sorry.
I would say, hell no, you're not getting this
yeah,
back.
they did.
How did they find out that it was worth that though?
Apparently the family came back and realized that it had been mistagged or something.
Oh, well, that's a big
Yeah.
mistake.
So they ended up, her and her fiance paid him a couple grand for it.
Yeah.
But still.
Well, you can have the best wedding ever.
Yeah.
Right?
$200,000, like that's fine.
Wow.
I'll take that.
I'd sell the shit out of that
holy
ring.
Shit.
Rings are expensive.
I'm gonna manifest that for myself.
I need
Yeah,
to ma-
rings are expensive. They're diamond.
How do people afford that?
Okay, guys, did you listen to any episodes of Giggly Squad?
No, not yet.
Oh my gosh, you
Nar.
need to. It is literally the funniest shit ever. And their producer's name is Pat.
Really?
Yes.
Shut up. Really?
Yes, their producer's name is Pat. They were talking to like Pat. Well, I'm like, shut up. I can't.
Wait, that's funny.
Right?
And it's a boy?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's not many of those out there.
It's the funniest podcast ever.
Oh my god.
No, I've listened to a few episodes, but that was a while. That was when I was like driving down here.
I that's what I only listen to in the car now. It is genuinely, it cracks me up. I love Hannah Berner and Paige DeSorbo.
What Pat's better?
Their Pat doesn't really chime in as much as you do,
okay.
and obviously I know you a little bit better. I've only just heard him look up something on the phone.
Oh, okay.
But I just heard them say that their
I
producer's
love
name is
that.
Pat, and I was like, oh my gosh.
well,
That's awesome.
I bet other Pat hasn't talked to David Spade on the phone. Right?
Probably not.
Pat,
Yeah.
who is the most famous person in your contact
In
list?
my contact? I don't know. Maybe Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC.
Call
No, you've got more.
I don't
feel
think
like.
so. I mean, Malia and Katie, but they're
him.
not.
Call someone famous right now.
Call them right now.
I don't know.
Wait, who is the golden?
Farrah Abraham. She's not really famous.
The golden toilet. Mariah Carey. Call Mariah Carey and ask about the golden toilet.
She'll hang up on me again.
God, that is so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'd say, I mean, Bravo people. Do you consider them famous?
Who
Yeah,
was
they're
the
famous.
meanest celebrity besides Mariah Carey that you interviewed? I guess Mariah Carey was kind of your fault too, though.
Yeah, it was totally my fault. I led her
She's
down
probably
that road to be
nice.
A bitch.
We think.
I've heard she's not
Mariah
nice.
Carey was 100% your fault.
Yeah, 100% my fault. I was
Don't
warned.
ask this one question and then Pat asks it the first question.
Right, not even
Hello.
buffer it.
What about the golden toilet?
Bye.
Will Ferrell was an asshole.
What? That
What?
makes me really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's sad. Why?
Yeah, he was just a dick. Like, no, I didn't make eye contact. Just didn't answer anything you asked him. Like, he was just an asshole.
You were
Wow.
doing an in-person interview with him?
It was a long time. It was a while ago. It was like right during his SNL days, but he was still a dick. Yeah.
We actually know someone who worked very closely with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Really?
Bryce
Bryce.
Hurlis. He
Yeah.
was in
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. He was the little boy of the brother.
You know
Not-
the part of the Catalina wine mixer when he's like,
Oh,
"You're
yeah.
the best big brother ever, Brennan," and that's him.
That's
saying
him.
it.
That's the
awesome.
little boy with curly hair.
Ask him if he was an asshole.
We should, but I doubt you can be an asshole to a little kid unless
Yeah,
you're Bo
true.
Jackson.
Bo Jackson
to
has
Pat.
no
Bo
problem.
Jackson has no problem.
No.
Who is the nicest celebrity?
I probably, well, and she's in my contact list too. Melissa Rivers is the nicest person. I don't know if you know who she is at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's the nicest person ever.
Not us.
is she?
Well, you guys are obviously.
I wouldn't say we're A
We're
or
the
B listers.
nicest. We're the nicest A-lister celebrities that you know.
You guys are.
Recently, Kaley has asked the question if she has a Valley Girl accent, and I would like our listeners to weigh in. But first, Pat, do you think Kaley has a Valley Girl accent?
Kinda, but not like in a bad way. I don't think that's bad.
Kaley's
Kate Mathis told me
offended.
that me and you have Arizona accents. I'm like,
He was
That is
like,
not a
"You guys-
thing."
Your guys' voices have changed so
Is-
much.
is he the
Like,
one that
you
told
have
you
Valley
this?
Girl accents now?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" But it was so funny because he told me that right after my sister told me that I have a Valley Girl accent, and her friends were laughing with her. Like
Maybe
'cause
like
I
a
was
couple,
"No,
just
I-"
a couple words. Like not everything you say. There's a couple words
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and I was like, "No, I don't." And then her and her friends all just started bursting out laughing because
I feel like you've always been told that though.
what?
I feel like you've always been told that though.
Yeah, people all like when I was a server, I would get asked so many times where I was from because
Like,
they were like, "We
Omaha,
can't pinpoint your
Omaha,
accent.
Nebraska.
Like, where are you from?" And I'm like, Nebraska? Like what?
Or Nebraska?
Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska
Apparently
people
I
don't
say-
really have
apparently
accent.
I say the word man weird.
Man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do say thank you funny. She goes, thank you.
Yeah.
Like if we're at a restaurant, I literally hold my breath to wait until Kaley says thank you because
She's
I
like
can't.
talking to the server like, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
But like Kaylee's the worst person to go to a restaurant to because she's a server and Kaylee is the bitch that's like, I'm a server too. I understand. And I'm like, well,
I'm
start
gonna stack all the
busting tables.
plates and bust the table, and then I'm gonna go ring myself up.
Yeah, she's like, actually, we got it. I'm just gonna like do the bill for you.
Yeah, don't worry. You want me to go cook that in the back for you? Like, that's Kaley. Like she
I would do that.
You would.
Being a server is hard and you wouldn't understand unless you've been one.
I would agree. Being a host at Oscar's Pizza is also hard if you've never been one.
Being a
I've been a host,
bartender
not
at
an
the
Oscar's
Brass Rail
Pizza,
is
but-
also really hard if you've ever been one.
Did you guys ever get caught for cheating?
In what way?
Honestly, yes. Oh my god. Homework, schoolwork.
Yes.
I caught my first wife cheating.
Oh,
Did I tell you that
shit.
story?
No, Pat, tell us your cheating catching story.
Okay, so
Cheating catching.
it was just like
story.
in 2016 or 2016, and she had said she was going to go to like some conference for both our kids are adopted, so she was going to go to some adoption seminar thing, whatever. It was she called it adoption camp, or it was like at a horse farm, whatever, where all these.
Pat's like, oh yeah, sure, sure, honey.
Well, I mean, I was kind of already checked out anyway, if we're being honest. But she said like some of these moms were going to go down to this 7-day horse ranch thing for adoptive parents. I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. So she went, and she left her laptop at the house, and it was just open, and like it never had a screen, it never timed out or anything. And I was sitting there working, and I started getting these notifications from her. Like somehow her settings were set on Google. Like when she would either do Google searches or when she would get something, they get notifications would pop up. So I'm seeing all these weird searches in this area that she wasn't supposed to be in, and she was checking into a hotel under a guy's name. Some guy named Derek or whatever. I'm like, what's going on? And I started seeing all these weird Google searches popping up. And one of them was at like 2 a.m. and it was for lube, like legit. And it said, yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And so.
Did you just Google lube or
yeah,
what?
It's
or
just like
lube near me.
Yeah, lube near me. And apparently it brought up Walgreens because the next thing was like Walgreens, and then it took to the item that she looked for, whatever. And so this was like day 3 into this trip. I knew what was going on, obviously.
Does she not know that you can literally purchase that at any convenience store?
She's also kind of a dipshit, just so you know.
Clearly.
Yeah. And so then she was like 3 or 4 days later, she's getting ready to leave. And we hadn't talked very much during the trip. And she was at the airport in San Jose. And she sent me a text that was meant for somebody else. It was meant for this guy. And like, hey, I had a great time. Love you. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I knew, I knew anyway, leading up to that, it was probably going to happen at some point with her because she was just a dandy. And so then I was supposed to pick her up at the airport. I didn't because I responded to that text. I'm like, I think this was meant for somebody else. And she wrote back, no, my gosh, that was for my friend Kathy. I love her, whatever. And I didn't respond to any of those things. Didn't pick her up at the airport. She had to Uber home and drag her suitcase in. And then that next day, we talked a little bit. And that next day, I was going through the trash, and she actually brought the receipt for lube home.
Shut up.
Because I'm thinking, how am I going to bring this up to her? Like, I'm looking on her laptop, but it was right there. And so then, I have a picture of the receipt, if I can find it. And it was for lube and Arctic Ice Gatorade. So apparently she was also thirsty. This was her quote. She said, I met some gay guys at the bar, and they had never heard of lube. And I'm like, okay.
I think they have.
Damn. Well,
I almost just thought I was about to throw up for a
now
second.
you're happy with Beth, so everything happens
Oh my
for
God,
a reason.
for sure. And it was the best thing ever.
Well, the 4th of July just occurred. We all were in separate places. I guess Kaley was the only one in separate places.
I was like, where were
Pat,
you?
we
you
weren't
guys
with
were
Pat.
together.
We weren't with Pat. Katie and I were together with Zoe and some other friends, but Kaley was in San Diego. Anything peculiar happened, Kaley?
A lot. Probably the funniest thing that happened the trip was, I don't know what day it was. I think it was like Sunday night. And we were all out at the bars, and like we all got separated or whatever. And this like 3 of these boys were together, and I guess they were like walking from one bar to another, and they all like simultaneously looked at the beach and was like, let's take our clothes off and go in the ocean.
Just guys doing
I
guy
can just
things.
like imagine those boys just looking at each other like, wait, this is a great idea.
That's so bad.
Fuck the bars, we're going in the ocean. So they all take their clothes off besides their boxers. But one of the boys like took his shoes and his phone off in one spot, but his clothes off in a different spot. And so when they were all done cartwheeling in the ocean, I don't
Did
fucking know what
they
were
actually
doing.
get in the water and stuff?
Yeah, I think so. Like
it's probably
not fully,
freezing.
but like they were probably splashing each other. I'm not really sure.
Just
Splashing
imagine
each other.
a bunch of boys in their boxers just splashing each other in the ocean.
And so they all went to go put their clothes back on, but one of the boys' clothes was literally nowhere to be found. Like someone had stolen his clothes,
Oh my God.
but he still had his shoes and his phone. Okay. So he like put the shoes on, and they were like, well, we can't go to any more bars. Like you need clothes. Like
You're naked.
you're naked. Keep in mind, they're
can't go to
staying at like a pretty nice hotel. Okay. Like it's not just a fucking Holiday Inn. Like it's a nicer hotel. And so they were like, bro, you can't walk in like that. And so one of the boys tries to Venmo this random man on the street $100 for his sweatshirt, but the boy Venmos the wrong person. And so,
Oh my God. So this random person just got $100.
he has like the sweatshirt on, but has to take it off and give it back because he had just Venmoed the wrong person.
That's so tragic.
He fully has to walk into this nice hotel in just his boxers,
like red boxers.
and his shoes. And there's this picture of him standing outside the hotel just fully naked. And it's the funniest thing ever. And then I found out that he put his clothes back on and they went back out to another bar.
Oh my God.
Stop.
After his clothes just got all
stop
stolen.
there. They're like,
They didn't stop there.
They're like, we should probably still go out after this.
And it was probably, I think, like 1 a.m. at this point. Like,
Oh my God.
why even
Wow.
continue?
That's determination.
That's Very interesting. Well, he's so lucky he didn't get his shoes and his phone
Yeah.
taken.
I know, like he
God.
had nice shoes, but they were also like Lululemon pants and like
Ooh.
probably just some nice
So
t-shirt.
were his clothes next to the other guy's clothes and they just chose this guy's or?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, he's like, I'm going to take the Lululemon.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
And I'm like, you're so lucky your phone wasn't there.
Yeah, for real. That would have
He-
sucked.
he would've
Also,
been so
leaving
pissed
your
off.
clothes in the middle of a beach at night's probably not the smartest idea, but neither is running and jumping in the ocean naked. But
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But they make
those
for
are the
great
memories.
stories.
Yeah, those are the memories. And that's how you get on a podcast.
And that's how you get on a podcast.
Okay, I also want to bring up one last thing before we go. We have this new technology called AI, if you're not aware, if you've been living under a rock. Kaylee, do you know what AI is?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. And I never know, Kaylee, about you. So Pat made a fake podcast where I am the co-host of it. I don't know why you did this or had the time to do this.
On like the 3rd of July, too. Like,
And he just sent me it, and he's like, haha, and this is what it is.
I
Pat,
there's
tell
a-
us about it.
I've been uploading like everybody's voice individually, so this AI thing can learn your voice and recreate it. So this is kind of like 60% Anna. It's getting close though, right?
It's not horrible. It kind of sounds like me, but it's definitely off.
Yeah. So we talk in this episode of this is the Why Anna Gets Aggressive When She Drinks podcast with
Thank
hosted
you.
by
Great name.
Pat and Anna. Hold on.
drama.
At first I thought it was going to be a song. And by the way, this is real Anna talking.
When she drinks. In this podcast, we delve into the intriguing story of Anna, trying to identify the type of aggressive drunk person she is when she's smashed. In today's episode, we'll cover Ana Bellinghausen's aggressive behavior when she's drunk and explore the 5 types of aggressive drunk behavior. Liquor lemur effect, boozy Hulk syndrome, drunk ninja dance, tipsy T-Rex tendency, and hopped up honey badger. Which one is Anna? Maybe by the end of this episode, we'll all have a better idea.
That sounded creepy.
All right, folks, in this episode, we're diving into the fascinating world of aggressive drunk behavior. We've all seen it happen. That one friend who cusses a lot and wants to fight as soon as they get popped. So let's explore the 5 different states of aggressive drunk behavior. Which one is Anna? Now I want to introduce my co-host, Anna. Hopefully she's sober.
Why would you put me
Hi,
on the
Anna.
show?
Fuck you,
Hopefully
Pat.
she's sober.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Wait, go back
First
to that.
up,
Go
we
back.
have-
That's the best part.
Of aggressive drunk behavior. Which one is Anna? Now I want to introduce my co-host, Anna. Hopefully she's sober. Hi, Anna.
Fuck you, Pat. I'm just here so I don't get fined. First up, we have the liquor lemur effect. Some people turn into playful, wrestle-hungry creatures.
Why would you put
just
my
like a feisty
AI,
lemur?
Huh?
Why would you put my AI on a podcast about how my AI is aggressive drunk? Like, that's going to piss her off.
Yeah, I know. Well, we realized that at the end of the episode here.
So,
Yeah, play the
Handle with
end.
caution, folks.
So, there you have it. 5 different states of aggressive drunk behavior. I have a feeling Anna is the boozy Hulk and gets super freakishly strong. Just remember, if you ever see Anna in the wild and she has that "we're gonna fight" look in her eye, be very nice and calm, compliment her on things, and throw a hot dog at her feet and run.
Fuck you, Pat. I'm going to hit you with my car.
Not scared.
Run, bitch.
Oh my god!
wait, so what did you like prompt in? Like, how did you get that?
I just said I just wanted to talk about like the different stages of aggressive drunks, and it was through Chat GPT, and I said make it fun, make it about Annabelle. I said told them your name, and I'm like make it fun, and they came up with those 5 things.
That's
And
hilarious.
then I tweaked the script a little bit, like I added the "fuck you, Pat."
Okay.
and I added the "run, bitch." I added
was
all
like,
those.
how did they say "fuck you, Pat"? 'Cause
No.
that is
Oh
what
my
had me
god!
down.
Yeah, no, I added all that fun stuff.
So your next task is to make one of Kaylee, please.
Okay.
Like I
my God.
need one of Kaylee.
Okay, so I'll need like Kaylee to like read and record like for like 3 minutes of just reading something.
Okay. She can read her book out loud.
Okay, yeah, and record it and send it to me,
yeah.
and we'll make it.
Okay, perfect.
We'll have it-
You
we'll have
should
a-
make one for all of us, and then we can post like a reel of it on our like Instagram page.
And when you guys don't have an episode,
That'd be
you can
fun.
have an and then there were 3 AI episodes.
Exactly.
AI, yes. Wait, yeah, and we
That's
can
what we
have
need.
them all interact with each other.
Yes.
And then we just never have to do a podcast again. It's
Right.
just our AIs going at it.
And then they can be like, what do you want our AIs to talk about this week? We'll literally type it in.
Wait, that's hilarious. Let's try that.
Okay.
We'll have an AI episode for sure.
Okay.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. Pat, thanks for making us all, hopefully AI soon. And then
sure.
you can just replace us, and then our whole studio can just be AI, and then we never have to work another day in our lives.
I know. I miss seeing you guys. I haven't seen you guys forever.
I know.
Love you. I have to go.
Love you, moi.
Bye. Thanks for listening.